one is congratulations.
So having this one-to-one session was an excellent experience, and having a good coach also very much helping me in understanding better about this smart PLS. Now I feel I'm more confident in applying a PLS into my analysis.
I really appreciated Dr. Tawamaran's help, in order to make myself to continue with my chapter 1 to 3, which I was struggling for past 2 years.
Thank you, Dr. Tawan, for coming over to MMU. You have given a very impressive talk on the need to prepare oneself in pursuit of a doctoral degree and later on get a good publication in leading journals.
I'm Dr. Thawa. This is my PhD thesis. This is my journal. Writing an impactful journal, PhD proposal, and thesis is difficult, and many struggle to articulate their thoughts and ideas into a reputable journal and final thesis. But now, with our method and strategy, you can achieve just that. Over the past 7 years, we have helped over 56,000 followers in both our Facebook group and page on proofreading, paraphrasing, structuring, consulting, and coaching for journals, PhD proposals, theses, CVs, and many more. Our most prized expertise that no other software or company can provide is our language warranty scheme for all of our proofreading services. Oh, wait, we're not done yet. On top of that, we also provide free revisions for all of our consultancy services. With that said, your journal will be published, KPI will be met, your proposal, thesis will be completed, and you will graduate. Now, we would like to offer you a limited discount of 30% for all of proofreading and paraphrasing services right now. Grab it while you can.
Hello. Very good afternoon to all of you. Well, good morning to you, Leila, but it's more of good afternoon from here, from Malaysia. But well, let's get started. So, very good afternoon to all of you, and wherever you're joining from. I'm coming live from Malaysia. So today we are going into a very, very unique topic. Okay, kind of unique actually. We are looking at journal selection. Okay, something that you largely might feel very trivial, but it is a major catastrophic problem because a lot of people are getting rejected as soon as they submit. Okay, within 2 days, within 3 months, within 4 months, some even within 6 months, waited and waited and rejected at editor's desk. Okay, so there are two kinds of rejections which I'm going to speak about today. Okay, so for all those who have joined today, if this is your first time, kindly comment in the comment column that this is your first time. If you have never joined any of my classes, so I will know the general what do you call general crowd today. So very good afternoon Wan, very good afternoon Kumar, good afternoon Laila, good afternoon Pratima. Thanks for joining again. So if this is your first time joining me, please kindly comment in the comment column, this is my first time. So I will know and I will be able to guide you through how to find all of my recorded videos as well. Okay. And as usual, before we get started, I need all your help because Facebook, the algorithm works in a very weird way where without you sharing, without you tagging your friends, and without you hitting the like button, this video is not going to reach out to many people. So that's just how it works. All right, that's just how Facebook makes money, by the way. So but that's how it works. So kindly all of you please hit the share button. You'll be looking at share button somewhere down there or at the top right if you're watching from a desktop or laptop. And in the comment column, very simple, just click that add button and then you can start typing your friends names, whoever you want to invite them to come and join, or even watch later the recorded version. That's fine. Okay, because today it's a very, very unique topic, not a common topic. People might think this is very trivial, so let's get into it. Okay, and before we go to the next slide, please keep in mind we have 12 parts to complete. And if you guys realize, we are actually at episode 100. Okay, we have already completed 100 videos so far. Okay, all of it are sitting in my playlist. All right, so this is the 100th video. Okay, so this is what we have for this season. I'm sharing this during every session. So we have already completed all of this. We had fabulous Rich with discussing about completing PhD in 2 years and 7 months with Dr. Naeem. How to actually plan your daily routine as a PhD student. How do you plan your research? And then how do you actually find research gap? That's very, very important and very, very hot topic. Then we had a very good session with Dr. Hidayat, who actually recently published the Q1 journal without correction. Yesterday, we had a fabulous session as well, almost hitting, I think, more than 2,000 views already, writing 3 papers from a thesis. Now, following to that particular class, today I'm going to tell you, because once you already finished preparing all the journal, you will be thinking, okay, where do I submit? How do I choose a journal? How do I pick a journal? So that is something that always goes on in your mind. That is the first thing I'll get questioned all the time in my WhatsApp. When many of our thousands of our clients, when they send, journal to us, conference papers to us, and so on, they'll ask, where do I submit this journal? Do you have any suggestion? As a matter of fact, even today, number of them. So that's why I'm doing this class as a specific way of helping all of you to solve this one painful problem. Okay, one painful problem. And then we are going to more unique classes. We are going to look at strategies on completing PhD as a part-time student. Okay, strategies on completing PhD as a part-time student. Okay, so that is something we're going to run with Dr. Fauzia Ji, my very, very long-term client. Okay, as a matter of fact, I started having consulting, and she was one of my pioneering clients who recently completed her PhD. So she was with me for a very long time. So she is going to come in and share some experience on how to manage PhD being a part-time student. Okay, and finally we're going to close this year with systematic review versus scoping review, which you will understand the importance if you have attended this particular class. Okay, it's all connected. Everything is connected. So we go as a paradigm where we go step by step, what to learn, what not to learn. Okay, so Subash, thank you very much. Parthiban, thank you very much for tagging your friends. Really appreciate that. And Shanoy, also thank you very much for tagging your friends. For those who are always attending but not inviting their friends, bad behavior. Okay, you should definitely go and invite your friends, because not all of them are on Facebook all the time. And now it's 1:30. Some of them are still working, not even going for lunch, working very hard. Okay, so continuously tag your friends, whoever is actually struggling with publication, journals, choosing journal, rejected, getting scolded by supervisor, not progressing further, struggling, crying, all this painful process. Okay, please, please, please hit the share button, help out your friends, and tag your friends. All right. So Kumar, thank you very much. Yes, this is the 100th episode. Okay, we have already hit a very high number now. Okay, so now coming to all of you, the standard Q&A. All right, because I need to know your experience before I start teaching you. How do you normally pick a journal before you submit? Okay, how do you normally, or how, even if you have never done so, how do you think would be the right method to find a journal? Now let's say I've already finished writing like 10,000 words, okay, and then you want to submit to a journal. How do you actually go out and pick a journal? You can say, okay, this is the journal that I really want to submit to, I really want to get into it. How do you decide that? All right, how do you decide that? While at it, also think, should I write the journal before I choose, should I write the paper before I choose a journal, or should I choose a journal and then write the paper? This is something that a lot of people actually largely miss out on, that they don't really understand, okay, the significance of whether to write first or to choose journal first. Okay, so on that note, to all of you, how do you all choose your journal before you submit? What is your steps? Do share. Okay, it might add to the knowledge today. If there's anything wrong with that, I'll definitely advise you as well. Okay, so come on, let's comment in the comment column. Let's see what we have today. Don't feel shy. Okay, no one is going to bite you, but at least we know what is the standard process. Okay, so we have the first one. Thank you for being honest, Freddie. No idea so far, doctors. Okay, that's what I'm going to enlighten today. What is what I'm going to share today? Some of the essential steps, and actually it's a hands-on session today. I'm going to show you some of the easy steps for you to find. Anyone else? Okay, anyone else? Pratima is saying that first check its aim and objective of the journal. Okay, very good point. Very good point. Mas is saying find a journal first, doctor. Okay, thank you. Azrina gave a very good point here. I use Journal Finder or WOS Matcher. Very good. Thank you very much, doctor. I appreciate that. So then here comes Sabrina. My opinion, paper first and then find suitable journal. Okay, fabulous. Leila, first we have to decide which journal we are going to select. Okay. No idea, doctor. Okay, no worries, no worries. Then we have choose journal first, then write paper. Very good. Ramesh, I select Q1 journals from my references of research paper. Fantastic. Then we have, or based on references we cited. Very good point. Very, very good point. Kumar said, I will check on number of similar topics, papers published in journal, but less on my scope, also highest index of journal. Very good. Very good point. Using keywords from Benedict. Very good. Research ready physio, using a journal finder and scopus. Good point. Very nice. Write paper first based on our idea, then find suitable journal. Okay. Now we have one more. Aim and scope of the journal, WS journal, because it is requirement to publish WS paper to graduate. Okay, very good point as well. Sometime keywords and scope of journal. Okay, let me tell you something before I go to how to find the journal, whether to write first or to find journal first. If you ask me, find journal first. Okay, why? That is what normally I do, because I already know the requirements very, very clearly. Most importantly, the number of pages or the number of words, because certain journals you have to pay if it goes more than 8 pages, 10 pages, 15 pages. Some journals, if you go more than 6,000, 7,000 words, you have to pay. Some journals don't even allow you to submit more than 4,000 words. 4,000 words actually very, very little. 4,000 words is more like, I would say, 17 to 18 pages in double spacing. So that is like 10, 11 pages in single spacing, roughly. So that's only like 10, 11 pages. So my advice to you always, please pick your journal before you write the paper. Strategy, you can pick at least 3, 4 journals which has similar formatting requirements, like all of it have say 6,000 words requirement. So you already have at least 4, because rejection will most likely happen. Okay, will most likely happen. 90% of the chances you'll get rejected. So the moment it gets rejected, if you don't know why, at least you can just reformat a bit without changing any word count, resubmit to the next journal immediately. So you can, just keep going. Okay, this is what we do. We know journal submission very well, because not only my own journals, I think we have submitted thousands of journals before. So that is part of our service as well. But that's a very complex process, very, very complex. Okay, so now on the next point, today I'm going to teach you simple techniques based on hands-on, simple techniques. All right. Okay, these are all the recent papers that were accepted. Okay, congratulations to all of them. So we have paper from Indonesia, online marketing of Indonesian street food. Why I always share this? This is something that I do for my clients so that their H index will increase. Okay, so if any of these papers are relevant to you, please go ahead. These are all latest papers out there. If you have not read this yet, please go ahead and read it. These are all very, very strong papers. Okay, so we have the first one from Dr. Vita, online marketing of Indonesian street food in Jakarta. Next one, we have Dr. Aizat, systematic review of medical equipment reliability assessment. Another one, we have Dr. Aizat as well, prioritization assessment and robust predictive system for medical equipment, a comprehensive strategic maintenance management. So anyone is doing the same thing, please go and read and cite this paper. This is all ISI Q1, ISI Q1, Scopus Q2, which has very good chance of becoming ISI very fast, because Cogent is a very good company. Okay. And then we have polymer testing, Elsevier from Dr. Rakimi. I think a lot of people know him. He wrote a book on publishing as well. Intrinsic room temperature self-healing natural rubber based on metal thiolate ionic network. Okay, so this is a very good journal that we had our touch on, we had our fingerprint on. ISI Q1 impact factor 4.282, rank 4 out of 32. And next one, very, very good one. This is what I've done my previous classes on. No corrections. Okay, Dr. Hidayat's paper. Also, this paper went above 1 point. Not only paraphrasing, proofreading, this paper actually used my Elsevier template that I normally share in my workshop, which will be conducted tomorrow. If you're interested to join my Q1 journal workshop with Elsevier template, tomorrow is the last workshop for this year. The next one will be like probably next year, late next year, or maybe I'm not so sure yet, I haven't planned yet. Okay, so this is a paper that came based on the template that I created. I'm very proud of this paper because it went on to get no corrections. International communications heat and mass transfer, fence deactivation for minimization of airborne pathogen transmission during Malaysians congregational prayer gathering in mosque. So if you want to match up and write a paper, I would strongly suggest you to go and read this paper. You can look at the template, the style of writing, the funnel that we build. Okay. So, and above all, since I'm talking about journal, my personal capability, I've hit, this is my highest impact factor 11.39 ISI Q1. I have more than 60 publications, and this is my best achievement so far. Okay, all right. So let's move forward. Okay, this is some of our social handles. If you are not part of our social handles yet, please come and join our effective academic writing group, which already hit 51,000 members, and Proofreading by UK PhD page, where you will find hundreds of my videos. I can say that now, hundreds of my videos, all my previous recording classes, all the seminars that I've given, everything is recorded and placed in this page, Proofreading by UK PhD. Okay, and you are largely losing by not joining the Telegram group yet, because that is where I share most of my links. The links to all my Facebook group, Facebook page, and all of it will be shared in my, because I cannot share all the links all the time because it's very disturbing during live class. So I've decided to share only my Telegram link. Okay, so that's what I'm going to share with you now. That is my Telegram link. All right. So okay, that's my Telegram link. If you join my Telegram, you can request for rest of the links to my Facebook group, Facebook page, and all the free classes. I will share it in the group. Okay, all right. So it will be appearing very soon now. Okay, there you go. That is the Telegram link. Click that link, join the Telegram group. It's very, very good group. You can see the amount of resources that we're sharing on daily basis, daily tutorials, and so on. Okay, now we are having hands-on technique today. Okay, backward snowballing and forward snowballing technique. I'm going to show you practically how it's going to happen. Now, what do you need to do for this fabulous hands-on class? Okay, this is what you need to do. Very simple. Okay, very simple things. Actually, you just need to grab a cup of coffee, sit back. Before we resume today, all of you need to hit the share button down there, okay, on your phone, or an arrow showing like that. That's called share. And also a share button here, top right. Okay, hit the share button, share it in my group, Effective Academic Writing. You can share in many different groups that you're very active on, that you find a lot of resources, doctorate support group, PhD student support group, your own university group, UPM, UKM, wherever that you find very, very beneficial for other people to come and watch. That is where you share, and followed by this comment column down here, just hit add button. Okay, hit that add button there, and then tag your friends. Okay, at least 5 of your friends, so they can come and join and benefit from the class today. Okay, so now let's get started on the main agenda. I'm going to start with not only going straight to journal selection, but I'm going to give you a background information on ISI. Okay, ISI means Web of Science nowadays. Okay, Scopus, quartile, impact factor. What are all these? Okay, now let me ask you a very quick question. This is an important question to all of you to see whether your understanding is there or not. Okay, do you think a journal being Scopus Q1 is also a Web of Science Q1? Okay, that means this is Web of Science. I'm asking you, if it's Q1 in Scopus, is it also Q1 in Web of Science? Now let's look at some answers. Okay, this will be interesting to know the general audience. Okay, the general know-how in this list of participants we have today. So let's see. Do you think if it is Q1 here, is it still Q1 here? Not really. Okay, so we have the first response. No, not necessary. Very good. Not really. Why do you think not so? Q1 what? All quartile 1 what? Why not? All of us Q1, Q1, Q1. Why not? Why they are not the same? No? Okay. Are you sure? Are you entirely sure? Okay. Not the same. All I can hear is not the same, but are you guys entirely certain and sure that it's not the same? Okay, seems like everyone is pretty confused. So the one that are not answering is at the fence. Okay, whether it's yes or no, or I don't know. Okay, that kind of right. So Kumar is looking at different assessment method. Okay, Pratima said no idea. Okay, fantastic. I like the honesty, Pratima. I like the honesty. Okay, honestly. Both databases are different. Okay, very good, very well. Anyone else? Okay, Scopus classification is different than Web of Science classification. Okay, very good. I have to tell you guys yes and no, not only no. Okay, some journals, if it is Q1 here, they are still Q1 in Web of Science. But some journals, if they are Q1 here, they are probably not even listed in Web of Science. Okay, or even if they are listed, they're probably ESCI or Q4 or Q3. Okay, but most certainly you can say if it is Q1 in Web of Science, most likely it will be Q1 in Scopus, because you know why? This is Ferrari, this is Toyota. Okay, all right, that is the difference. This is the premium one and this is okay one. All right, then we have ABDC. Okay, ABDC is somewhat the same as Web of Science, just that it is only applicable for accounting, finance, business, economics, and so on and so forth. ERA is the least of all. ERA is like Proton or Produa. That's like the lowest tier. Okay, so if you ask me, don't bother. Just go straight to Scopus. Okay, and before you find any journals, before you go on to submit to that particular journal, please always cross-check the journal with Bill's list. Okay, Bill's list is not so updated, but it's somewhat okay. Check with Bill's list. If it's listed in Bill's list, that means don't submit to the journal. It could be potentially a scam journal. Okay, MDPI used to be in Bill's list. Used to be. I don't know why. Okay, but I think now they have removed. In certain time period, even MDPI was in Bill's list. Okay. All right. Next one. Now we have already decided Scopus, Web of Science, or ERA or whatnot. Okay. Now we go by journal publishers. Okay. Journal publishers. You guys must understand that these are all open access. Okay, what it means by open access? That means I can open your title, anyone can read your paper. You don't need any access. You don't need subscription, nothing. You can just open and read. So what happens for that purposes? You have to pay upfront. Okay, how much is the price range? I would say 1,200 USD, 1,500 USD. IGI Global can be 2,000 USD. Some are 3,500 USD. So it's crazy. Okay, the literal word for that is crazy. Okay, it's pure craziness. Now, how about hybrid? There's very little traditional nowadays. Now mostly hybrid. These are all hybrid. Hybrid means what? Hybrid means these are free and also paid. Up to you. You can choose. If you want open access, you have a lot of money, don't know what to do with the money, you want to get more citations, more H index. Let's say you want to become a professor very soon. Then you can choose to opt for open access within these brandings, these publishing houses. All right. But having said that, they are also can be free. Okay, so these are the distinctions between open access and closed access. Everyone asks me, is open access easier than closed access? I wouldn't say so, because MDPI is actually quite tough. IEEE access is very tough. They are very, very high spec, but they are fast. They will reject your paper fast. So at least you know that you got rejected very fast comparatively to the free ones. Free ones take longer time. Okay, all right. Next one, what videos to watch for journal apart from today's class and yesterday's class? What other videos you should go and watch or in my playlist? These are the videos. Free, Web of Science Q1 journal class, very, very hot. The viewers is just keep increasing. This was a sit down with Dr. Hidayat, a very good sharing session, more than an hour. Step by step review paper writing, very, very important class this. More than 3,000 views. You can actually appreciate how important is the class based on the view. Paraphrasing for fast thesis journal writing, this is essential class. If you're going to replicate and quickly write papers, this is an important class, and I'm teaching for free. And the father of all reviews, systematic review, I also have a class on that. Where to go and access these classes? Very, very simple. Go to Facebook, go to Proofreading by UK PhD page here. You won't have this. I'm the admin, so I have it. You can simply go and type it down, Proofreading by UK PhD, or the links to this will be shared in my Telegram group. So if you're interested, you can come and join in my Telegram group and click that link over there. All right. So if you scroll down, you can find today's video and also what we shared last night. Okay, 221 shares already. How to write an impressive literature review, followed by yesterday's class is here, 3 journals from Thesis. Okay, so now what we do, we scroll up, we click follow first. When you come here, you must click follow. Make sure you click follow. All right, then you click more, you go to videos, and then now the current class is ongoing here, and you can find all the other classes in this. So you have 101 videos. There's one more video that was not part of the class, I think, but it's there. Yeah, 101 videos. All the videos are within this playlist. Okay, so make use of it. All right, so let's go to the next part now. Okay, there is a mistake there. One moment. I think the animation broke down, but that's okay. Okay, done. Okay, how to find journals. Now, this is important. This is why we are here entirely. Okay, I've already explained to you Scopus, ISI, how do you find journals, what are the publishing houses, all the background study is done. Okay, now we are going to the main picture. How to find journals. This is technique number 2. I wouldn't call it technique number 1, because technique number 1 is journal finder. Very trivial. You can go to every journal houses, like big ones, Elsevier, Wiley, Elsevier, Wiley, Taylor, Francis, IEEE, Springer. All of these have mostly built their own journal finding tool. Okay, so you can go and use that. That is very, very straightforward. But the problem with that is you're only stuck to that publishing house. You are not expanding to other available potential good journals. So what do you do in that case? So we have something called forward and backward snowballing. Okay, forward and backward snowballing to go and find journals. All right, the first method is part of technique number 2 is backward snowballing. That means you capture papers from references, filter out the low-grade journals, namely conferences, non-peer-reviewed journals, and books. So you filter out all of this, and you only look at the journals that are high impact or the ones that you prefer. For an example, okay, backward snowballing. So if you look at this, okay, so this is the journal that I will normally use for my workshop, all Q1 journal workshop. This is the journal that I'll normally benchmark. Why? Because this journal has an impact factor of 14.7. I think it's top number 1 journal in a lot of areas within information management. So this, and it's a very well written paper as well. So based on this, I'm going to share with you. Okay, so you might be wondering, what is all these yellow marks? These yellow marks are the template that I've created, designed. So this paper will be given in accordance to, in conjunction to the slides, which has all the template, which this one will match make. So when you're writing, you know what to fill up at every step. Okay, so that is part of my workshop tomorrow anyway. So now if you scroll down all the way to the references, okay, so you see there got so many references. Now you'll be wondering, okay, there you go. We start from here. So now the first thing you need to consider is the title suitable for your paper or not? Whatever journal that, I mean, this, if this is your part of your literature review process, if this is in your literature review, this particular paper, then you go quick right up, look at the title: Information System Capabilities and Firm Performance, opening the black box through decision making performance and business process performance. Okay, so this is the title, focusing on information system capabilities and firm performance. Let's say now you're working on a paper related to enterprise resource planning for firm performance. This paper is somewhat related to your whole study. So you want to see, where do these people actually, where do other people that this journal cited actually publishes? Because since this journal has an impact factor of 14.7, it could be very high for you. It could be like, I don't want such high impact. It's massive. I don't think I'm good enough. My paper is not that good enough. Okay, fine. That's fair. You evaluate your own paper, so you know whether your paper is good enough or not. Okay, for this particular impact factor or this particular Scopus classification, quartile lah. So what you do, you go through the references. For an example, you look at this paper. Okay, so you look at this paper: organizations, performance, customer value, and functional capabilities of information system. So you ask yourself, is it related? I'm working on a paper that is focusing on enterprise resource planning. This paper is talking about information systems. So yes, it is somewhat related. So I click that paper, and it brings me there. Okay, so this is the paper published in Taylor and Francis, Information Systems Management. Okay, so you can put this at part of your preferred list of journals. Okay, you can potentially submit to this. Now, you want to know more about this journal, so you look at the journal itself. Okay, and then you scroll down, you go to journal matrix, which is very important. Then you look at this, oh, okay, this is much better. This impact factor is only 2.098. So maybe my paper can get into this. And then you also know that this paper is part of Scopus because it's under SJR, Simago Journal Ranking. Okay, so that shows you 0.617 is the Simago Journal Ranking, which I don't really care about the number, but SJR means it's in Scopus as well. But it's the moment you see impact factor in a very reputable journal website, because some websites can be lying, they can be cheating. It won't be really impact factor. You see impact factor of 15 and then the website looks like a chicken shit. No, that's wrong. Okay, that is something really, really wrong. Run away. But like you see, Taylor and Francis, famous company, probably $1 billion company, putting an impact factor 2.098. You can always cross check with Clarivate Analytics. You can always cross check. So now you know this journal is a potential match for you. Okay, now let's look at the next one. Let's close this. We look at the next one: supporting decision making to improve the performance of an Italian emergency medical service. Now you like, decision making. Mine is enterprise resource planning. Not so relevant. So I don't want that. Okay, next one. Let's look at next one. Estimating non-response bias in mail surveys. Not really. Information system in developing countries. There you go. Nice. Information system. Okay. So this is a relevant paper for me, relevant Journal of Information Technology. So I click that, and then I go to that journal. So this is under Sage. Sage is also a very good company. But if you look at the impact factor, it's 5.824. That is huge. Okay, but not as high as 14.7, but it is still halfway through. It's a tough journal. So if you think your paper is good enough for it, then look at this. If you think your paper is good for it, then go ahead. If no, don't. Okay, so that is how you do reverse snowballing. Okay, that's what we call reverse snowballing. So you go through all of it, and as you go through, you must filter. Like example, you want to look at, if you see a book, then book you don't want. If you look at example, a conference paper, no point, you don't want that. Okay, so based on that, you can decide. All right, so now let's look at forward snowballing. Okay, Let's go back to the slides. Okay, so now I already told you what to examine as well: journal name, publisher, indexing. I told you how to check out for indexing, and then bills list. I explained to you about bills list earlier. And publishing country. Why? Because there's a lot of scam journal, all right? So a lot of people actually say you got impact factor 18, 19, 20, 25, and so on. And then you look at the website, be like, oh, this is bad website. Who designs like this? So immediately go to Clarivate Analytics and counter check. Okay, counter check. If it's not listed in Clarivate Analytics, that means the journal is a total scam. Please don't submit. Okay, now let's look at forward snowballing. Okay, now coming to forward snowballing, we look at this journal. Okay, and then we look at this title: information system capabilities and firm performance, opening the black box through decision making performance. Okay, now what we do, we go to Google Scholar. I love Google Scholar, by the way. If you know how to filter out journals, if you know how to choose the right journal, Google Scholar is amazing, better than Clarivate Analytics, Scopus, and whatnot. Okay, so this is the journal published in 2019. Information system capabilities and firm performance, very good journal. Now you want to know forward snowballing. That means you want to know, you already seen the past. Okay, people in the past have written papers in those 1 or 2, 3 particular journals that I've just shared with you. But then you'll be thinking, I also want to see in future the current trend. Okay, because that is already the past. But in the future, the current trend, the most recent ones, where are they actually publishing these kind of journals? Okay, that's a good point. So what you do, you click this, cited by 95. Okay, this one, cited by 95. You must click this. Once you click this, you will see these are all the latest journals that have actually cited this paper. Do any of you know how to do this before this? Have you guys done this before? Have you guys clicked this button cited before, that you, for you to know which journal actually cited the journals that you're reading? Have you done that as part of a literature review process, systematic review, literature review process? All of it, you should follow this snowballing technique. It's very important. How many of you have done this before? Okay, so on that note, please answer the question. Adobe, please, how do identify a scam journal? Usually bills list. Okay, usually bills list. Okay, so Aguila say no. So I believe the rest have done this before. Okay, if you have never done it, then let me know. I can give you more details. Okay, so if you know or don't know, please share. Now let's go back to let's try to click one of these buttons. Okay, so we have the first question: which button? Okay, let me go back again. Okay, you see here, cited by. My screen is not showing, right? You guys can't see my screen. Yeah, can you see my screen now? Okay, so right, what happened? Okay, yeah, it's stopping at Google Scholar. Okay, one moment. I don't know why it's not showing properly. Am I still live? Yeah, I'm still live. It's still streaming. Okay, so let me just hide now. Just give me a moment, yeah. I don't know why it's not turning off. I have closed my screen, so the screen is closed now. You guys can see I closed the screen, right? Okay, so now don't worry, I'll show you guys, don't worry. Okay, now let me pull my screen again. Let's see if it works. It's working or not. Okay, I think now you guys can see my screen. I believe so. Okay, so now the screen is moving. I'm looking at Facebook Live as well, so don't worry. So I think now it's moving. Yeah, okay, now it's moving. All right, cool. Okay, sorry about that slight glitch. I think there's some connection drop. Very, very sorry. Okay, no worries, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me. Okay, very, very sorry again. Okay, so now I'm going to show you again. Okay, now we are back in Google Scholar. I hope it doesn't stuck now. back in Google Scholar again, very bad boy, this connection. Okay, but anyway, now I'm going to paste the journal title. Okay, journal title, I'm going to paste it. Now I'm looking at the journal. Okay, so let me see if it's going or not. Okay, yeah, it's working. All right. So so now I okay, basically what I did, I took this journal title, okay, because I want to do forward snowballing. Now I paste it, I paste it here in Google Scholar, and I already got the search. Okay, so this is the hit, this is the search hit. All right. So from this, okay, from this, we can see here cited by 95. Okay, you can see this cited by 95. This is what showing, okay, how many papers have cited this journal before. Okay, so that means this in future, that means this journal, this cited is more newer than this existing paper. Okay, so if you click this, you will see all this. Okay, all these latest papers that cited this paper. Okay, I hope you can follow, not confused. Okay, clear? All can understand? Anwar, it's the journal title. So there's a question here. Doctor, please title or journal title. It's journal title, not the paper title. We don't care about the paper title. We care about the journal title. Okay, I mean, both are same. Paper and journal are the same. I'm not bothered about the publisher's name. I'm only bothered about that title of that journal. Okay, title of the journal. All right. So now we know, once we click who have cited, these are all the papers that actually cited this journal. Okay, all right, very good. So now let's see where these journals are published. So these are the latest trend, moving forward trend. Okay, so now we know this journal was published in same journal, Information Management. So we can drop that. We already know that. Now let's say, what is this? This one is also the same. We can drop that. Then we look at this. This is something different. Okay, so this is big data analytics and firm performance. So if you want to see firm performance is within your study scale, then you click that. So now you know this journal is Journal of Business Research. Okay, Journal of Business Research. So if you click this journal, okay, 7.550 impact factor. My goodness, that's a tough one. That's a tough baby there. Okay, not easy to get into this. Okay, it's a very tough journal. So from this you can evaluate, is my paper good enough for this or not? Not good enough, forget it, drop it. Let's go to the next one. Before the next one, let's see, we have a question here. Isa, doctor, in findings pass, do you have to put citation? No, findings you have to put, because when you justify your findings, you have to put citation. Okay. All right, next one. Let's see. Census. Okay, MDPI census. But this is smart factory and industry, not relevant. I don't want this. Okay, so you know that already. This is not relevant. I want to do enterprise resource planning, and I'm using firm performance. So that is not relevant. I don't want that paper. Let's see. The influence of IT competency dimension, job satisfaction, knowledge sharing, and performance. Yes, I like this. IT competency. Okay, I will click this. Let me look at that journal. Okay, journal. What journal is it? WIN Journal of Information and Knowledge Management Systems under Emerald. Okay, very good company, very reliable. So if I click this, okay, so how do I find the index? It will be somewhere here. Let's see. Let's click about the journal. There you go. So you can see index and rankings. Is there any indexing here? Any numbers here? No numbers. So you can see it is a Scopus journal. It is not even in ISI. Okay, it is not listed in Clarivate Analytics. So if you want to do something on firm performance, enterprise risk planning, you're reading an ISI journal, but you only want to publish in Scopus journal, that's how you find out. So this journal already know it is not part of ISI. It's only a Scopus journal. So maybe I can try this. Okay, so that's how you do journal analysis. That's how you find out where to publish. Okay, all right. So that's about that. Now we are back here. Now let's look at Sakina's question. Doctor, does it mean the higher number of citation is good? What if the topic is something new? No, it's not about higher number of citation. It's about who cited the paper, and you want to check out the trend where they are publishing these days, so you can also go and publish in that journal. Okay, of course, highly cited papers are good, but that is not relevant for today's class. Okay, I hope that is clear. So that is how you do backward snowballing and forward snowballing. I hope that was clear. I'm sorry about the slight miniature glitch, but I think it should be clear. So I've already gone hands-on now. I already showed you how to do it. Next part. Now, where to extract journals? Okay. If you are working on PhD or masters, this is your proposal and this is your thesis stage. We break this in. Okay. In case if you're stuck in your proposal, you're stuck in your PhD, you're stuck in your publication, we do provide solid consultancy with over 97 to 98 consultants. Okay, but we are very busy, so we might take a bit of extra time to respond to you. I know a lot of you are waiting with your emails. I will definitely come back to you, don't worry. Okay, so no matter you are at which step, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, okay, that means 10 pages, full proposal, proofreading, defense training, preparing for defense, proposal, defense correction, no matter where you are, we can help you. Okay, and also PhD thesis comes to data collection analysis chapters 4 and 5. Even after this correction, there will be a correction here after Viva. Okay, actually I think I should expand this. That is step number 12. I should have added that. Now I'm recalling that now. Okay, that's cool. So chapter 1 to 5 alignment, proofreading, Viva. So all of these we can definitely assist and help you. Now, how do we normally help? Those are the things that we do. Content commenting, face-to-face or online coaching, accelerated thesis consultancy, beautiful service that I recently invented, where we do a coaching plan. We will give you literature. We will have hourly coaching with you. Once you finish writing, we'll give you a lot of comments on where to improve, what to improve. If you are stuck, this is a very good option for you. Or one other option is content editing, which is a hardcore super service. Okay, now on that note, where do you actually submit your extract your journals? As I shared yesterday, I guided in yesterday's class, you extract journals here after your proposal, or and not or, and there is no or. I want you guys to publish as many as you can. Next point to extract paper is here after you finish your entire thesis. Okay, so that's where you actually extract journals. Okay, what videos to watch for proposal and thesis? Although we are providing consultancy in that arena, but we also give a lot of free classes. This is a sizzling hot class, writing PhD research proposal by Dr. Tawa, how to read a journal for research gap. Oh, this is a different class altogether. All about thesis writing part 1, and there is part 2 also, and graduate before time. So go and watch all these classes. It will be very helpful for you. Okay, now after you finish all the writing, before you go and submit, the most important thing a lot of people actually forget, they come and ask me, do I submit paper, do I proofread after I submit to the journal, after they review, or should I submit before? You want them to reject, or you want them to at least give you a review? If your language is not good, if it's all over the place, people cannot understand what you're trying to say. If they have to go James Bond technique to understand what you've written, I'm not blaming your language skill, because English is not the first native language for, I think, majority of us that is actually with us today. So therefore, proofreading, paraphrasing, editing, structuring, all these services are very, very important to deliver your idea to the other person who is reading it. Now, keep in mind something. This is very, very important. You have to understand that reviewers are not your supervisors. Editor is not your supervisor. And worst of all, you don't even know them, you cannot meet them, and you cannot explain. Like your supervisor say, there is a blunder in your thesis, I don't even understand what they're saying. At least you can sit there and explain to him or her, this is what I'm trying to do. But in journal paper, you can't do that. So that is where, and that is why proofreading, paraphrasing, editing, structuring, very, very important, because your paper is your voice. You cannot be your voice. Okay, your paper will be you. Your paper must explain everything clearly. So therefore, this is what we do, and that is the result that you get. This is Dr. Harold's first SLR paper. Any of you want to write SLR paper, go and read this paper. It's a fantastic paper. Impact factor 9.297. I would suggest you to go. I believe most of you have attended this workshop, but this is a good paper to read to understand the SLR techniques. Okay, not only for journal, thesis as well. Thesis requires very strong language, because you are giving it to an external examiner who you don't know at all. You have never met in your life. You cannot give a half-cooked work to him and expect him to appreciate what you have done. It shows how much of commitment you are giving. So therefore, please don't forget, proofreading is very, very important. If you can do it yourself, fantastic. If Grammarly is enough, you ask me. If Grammarly can do that, By all means, to achieve that, congratulations, Dr. Siva, by the way, after 7 years of hard work, he has made it. UUM, congratulations to him. If that can be done in Grammarly, hands down, definitely. Okay, as simple as that. All right. This is the fruits of paraphrasing, proofreading, editing, and structuring. All right. So that is the ultimate thesis package. A lot of people were asking me, why you're not showing this anymore? They were afraid that it's gone. It's still there based on request. It'll be going off soon. Okay, all right. And all of you will be getting language warranty for whatever proofreading, whatever paraphrasing that we do. We are the one and only language warranty provider. Okay, all right. So now, going back to Dr. Naeem's thesis, yesterday I already got a list. I'm going to send out end of this. I promise I'm going to send out, okay? If you haven't requested yet, if you have requested, don't request again. If you have not requested, okay, if you have not requested, as a matter of fact, this link that I'm going to share to you will have an SLR sample as well. Don't worry. You have scoping sample, concept paper sample, even SLR sample. Now, who was Dr. Naeem's thesis that made him to graduate in 2 years and 7 months with 17 publications? Okay, very simple. A lot of people come and WhatsApp me after that, how to get. This is the instruction, guys. Just very simple. 4 steps only. Go to proofreadingbyphd.com. Okay, that is very simple. If you open Google Chrome, if you type in proofreadingbyphd.com, it will be there. Scroll down all the way. Okay, don't go yet. Please wait. Okay, please wait. Don't go yet. Fill up your information here. Send it. Ask for Dr. Naeem's paper. You can click here. You can click this, click consultancy, and then you can click here and click others and workshop. You can type here, I want Dr. Naeem's thesis. Okay, send it. If you have requested, don't do it again. I will shoot you if you do it again. Okay, please don't do. I will send to all of you again. Don't worry. All right. So please go and do it today. If you need the link, this is the link. Proofreading. There you go. All right, so I've given the link already. Now, in case if you still never receive, I would suggest you to go and join our Telegram group. I don't know what is wrong with Telegram group. A lot of people not joining. It's very resourceful because there's super groups, huge groups. Okay. Now, today is the last day for registration. Tomorrow we are having this workshop, very, very important workshop. Dr. Noor Hidayat's paper went through, no correction. In ISI Q1 journal, impact factor 5.683 after using the template that will be given in tomorrow's class. Okay, if you guys are interested, go hurry up, register now. We are almost full. As of earlier, I think we already hit 50 to 60 participants already. We have Zoom limit. So that is the link to join my workshop. Let me just share it with you very quickly. There you go. Okay, so if you're interested, please go and join. Okay, now for all of those that are still remaining here, for 2022, I am offering free webinars, okay, at your university. So if you are a graduate student, if you're a PhD master student, if you are a supervisor, if you're a lecturer, you can go and propose to your postgraduate representative, postgraduate office or RMC to conduct this talk and give me an invitation. I'll be more than happy to present a free talk at your faculty or your university. Okay, so the talks are going to focus on graduate before time for masters and PhD students, high impact publishing class for all of the faculty members and students, systematic literature review to support the extraction process on how to write more journals, and class number 4, PhD proposal packed publication class. So any of you are interested to organize, get in touch with me. I will give you more information. Okay, all right. So with that, we are taking physical meetings time to time. You can request if you want to visit us. That's our office. In case you want to discuss more on your research, more on your problems and so on, feel free to visit. Okay, now before you guys leave, a final request before you guys leave. Okay, just a simple request. Please hit the like button, number 1. Please hit the share button, number 2. And number 3, please tag your friends before you go so they can at least watch the recorded session. It's a simple help. Please do it, and thank you very much. Don't forget the upcoming classes will be on 23rd and 24th, especially for part-time PhD students. If you're struggling PhD as a part-timer, make sure you come and join those classes. The link to register, let me just give it to you. It'll be easier for you as well. Very quickly, just hold on. These are the links for the upcoming classes. Okay, go and register ASAP. Okay, ASAP. And for workshop, I think the link was working. Yeah, that's the link for workshop. That is the link for upcoming classes. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. Wish you all the best and hope to see you soon. Okay, thanks a lot. Have a good upcoming weekend. Okay, so tomorrow is Friday already. Focus on publishing more. Why I'm running publishing towards end of the year? Because we want more papers for 2022. You guys must graduate. Papers are important. You guys must find a job. Papers are important. Those are the connections. Okay, so thank you very much. See you guys.